Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show to recap the Houston Rockets beating the Memphis Grizzlies. 119-115 reaction, another game I watched. A 1BA recap for tonight. A battle of, I believe, two of the top three teams in the Western Conference, if I'm not mistaken here. Second and third place in the Western Conference. And the Rockets get a big win here on the road against Memphis. They played really well offensively, I felt like, in the first and third quarters. Second and fourth quarters, iffy. But in the first and third quarter, they were really good offensively. Scored 45 in the first quarter, scored 20 and a little 23 in the second quarter, and then a good little 33 in the third quarter and 18 in the fourth quarter. They were lucky to survive this game here. But what a game from Alperen Sengun. Jalen Green, and Fred VanVleet were really the three players that led the way for the Rockets. And turnovers really hurt Memphis because every other stat was pretty even. Like, they led every other stat except three-pointers and another thing we'll get into, turnovers. But they struggled stopping Alperen Sengun, man. 32 points, 5 assists, 14 rebounds for Alperen Sengun, 12 for 20 shooting average, and a calm little 19, 10, and 5 this season, about nearly 50% shooting. Just a great game. When Alperen Sengun and Jalen Green have really good games, there's a good chance you can win a lot of games. Even though they're a young team, they can win. And they've already won 2 games against Memphis, if I'm not mistaken. The Grizzlies kind of need a veteran center. Tommy! Because Sengun had his way on every part of the court tonight. Like, he dominated. They need another score they can close because they're like not having guys close out these games. And I'd say that's the best win of the season for Houston Rockets. Their best win of their season so far. Jalen Green's had a really good January, averaging 27-5, 47% from the floor, 30 from 3, 92 from the line. He's had a good January. He had 27 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds tonight. 11 for 21 shooting. The last 3 games, 12 of 24, 10 for 22, 11 for 21 for Jalen Green. He's had a good month. He has his inconsistencies shooting wise. Like, some games he'll be hot, some games cold, but he's been hot these last 5 games shooting. And if you get Alperen Sengun and Jalen Green playing this well, you have a good chance to win games. And VanVleet even had 22 points and 4 assists. He was 8 for 13. Maybe he's starting to turn the clock back. Last 3 games, calm love 5 for 11, then a 7 for 15 game, and 8 for 13. A good game from VanVleet. You got 22 from VanVleet, 27 from Jalen, and 32 from Sengun with 14 rebounds. 3 of 7 from 3, and 4 steals. Like, he made huge plays on both ends of the floor. Eamon Thompson, 10 points, 5 assists, 7 rebounds, 2 for 6. But he's had a good season, I'd say, overall. And, I thought I saw the game from Eamon Thompson. Dylan Brooks, 5 points, 4 assists, 5 rebounds, 2 for 15. He didn't play well, I'd say. 2 for 15 from the floor. I don't know, man. I feel like Cam Whitmore should be playing more over Dylan Brooks at this point. Because Dylan Brooks just isn't a great offensive player. Like, he's, I guess, doing fine this year for his standards, but Jayshawn Tate, 12 points, 4 rebounds for Jayshawn Tate. So, good 12 points off the bench from Jayshawn Tate. And pretty impactful as well. Cam Whitmore, 9 points, 2 rebounds. Well, he was 3 for 14, but you gotta play him more consistently. Steven Adams had 9 rebounds in 12 minutes. So he done the dirty work with the 9 rebounds. And Aaron Holiday with 2 points. As the Rockets are now 25 and 12. Pretty good, pretty shocking this year, 25 and 12. As for Memphis, Ja Morant was leading scorer, 27 points, 3 assists, and 3 boards. 9 for 22, first game back, 9 for 22 from John Morant. And Jared Jackson Jr. had a better assist-to-turnover ratio than John Morant and Desmond Bain. Like, that's not going to win games, man. And John's been good off ball this year. One of the best guards off ball. But he had 27 tonight. Zach Edey, 4 points and 3 rebounds in 18 minutes. Took one shot and he made it. Jalen Wells, 4 points, 3 rebounds for Jalen Wells. Jared Jackson Jr., 21 points, 4 assists, 8 rebounds for Jared Jackson, 9 for 15. Shooting for Jared Jackson. Did he have any blocks? He had 6 blocks and 2 steals. He was great on both ends of the floor, shooting-wise, and he had 6 blocks and 2 steals. Desmond Bain, 16 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, 6 for 10. He didn't play their last game, but 6 for 10. He hit a freaking 3, but Taylor Jenkins called timeout. Taylor Jenkins not using his timeout on the rebound, and then using it right before Desmond Bain pulls up for 3 is crazy work. But yeah, he was 6 for 10. Santi Aldama, 12 points, 9 rebounds, 4 for 12. Luke Kennard, 11 points, 2 assists. Luke Kennard, still very good 3-point shooter. Brandon Clark, 8 points, 1 assist, and 4 rebounds for Brandon Clark, 4 for 5. Jake LaRavia, 4 points, 2 assists, 5 rebounds for LaRavia. Jay Huff, 8 points, 1 assist, and 2 rebounds for Jay Huff. Scottie Pippen Jr., 2 assists and 2 rebounds. 0 points, he didn't take a shot. As they dropped 24 and 14, they shot at a 50.0% from the floor, 31.3% from 3. Rockets 42.7% from the floor, 13-34 from 3, 38%. But this is what kept the games close, in my opinion. Free throwing. Grizzlies 21 of 30, 70% free throwing. If you make at least a few more of those free throws, 6 of them or 5 of them, you win this basketball game. The Rockets, you can say, well, you can make the same argument for the Rockets. It should have been a bigger score than 119-115. They missed 17 free throws, 24 of 41 free throwing, 58.5%. So this score should have been higher if the Rockets made more of their free throws. But this is what cost the Grizzlies a game, in my opinion. 19 turnovers. Because they shot good from the floor, but they didn't shoot as well from 3 as the Rockets did. 7 less percent. They had 7 more turnovers. They scored 62 points in the paint. They were good at getting to the paint, scored 62 of them things, but had 19 turnovers. And just had a really poor start, giving those 45 points. But this was a hell of a game between the number 2 and number 3 teams in the Western Conference. And a good win for these young Rockets, man. They're better than I gave them credit for. But the Grizzlies had a total of 2 field goals made in the last 5 minutes of the game. Like, in the last 5 minutes, they made 2 shots. And they beat a fully healthy Grizzlies team without Tari Eason and Jabari Smith. Like, I think they can stand good in the Western Conference. I don't think they're the favorite by any means, but I think they can be a good young team. They just need to get that playoff experience. But the Grizzlies, 2 made field goals in the last 5 minutes. That's just unacceptable. They had 3, that game-tying 3 they called timeout on. Zach Edey only took 1 shot tonight. That was a 3-pointer. He had 5 fouls. But, I mean, you gotta get Zach Edey the ball, man. Like, but he also fouled 5 times tonight. He had 1 block. But, yeah, that's really all I have to say for this game. So, until next time, I'm out. Peace.